guys, my name is Dr. Varun and you are watching Chlorophyll classes only on YouTube. Well, in this channel and on this channel, we debunk the myths about that biology is too much of cramming, it's too much tough to understand when the concepts comes up. We try to make sure that you fall in love with biology. Well, today is Tuesday and on Tuesday, we always has a 11th class session. After a really long time, we are coming up, means almost close to 1 week, but let's just start with it. So we were doing what beta? We were completing our animal kingdom. And in that animal kingdom, we have completed the non-chordates. In non-chordates, the division is on the basis of what? Presence of notochord or not. Now we finally reach to the 11th and the last phylum of the animal kingdom, and in this we call them what? Chordates, means it has what? Cord like thing. Cord is what? It is a rod kind of a thing which is called as what? Notochord, which they have. Moving on to the journal features, which is what? Our recapitulation from the part 1 of the animal kingdom. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. If you need my notes, these notes, other notes, they are available on my link, would be on my WhatsApp channel for those notes, and these notes are available on the Telegram also, whose links will be in the descriptions. You can check it out. Moving on to the journal features. So journal features wise, if we see that the first one is what? Level of organizations. So they are what? They are multicellular organisms. Okay. And what kind of levels? That is organ system level. Okay. So organ system level. Chordate. So I belongs to what? Chordate. I am the most, like the humans are the most advanced version of the chordates. Okay, so organ system level. Body plan, if we see, the body plan is what? Tube within tube. Tube within tube. And that to what? Deuterostomes. Okay, means our anus form first, then our mouth opening. Okay, then germ layers. So we are what? Triploblastic. Coelom, it is what? Eucoelomates. Along with that, which type of eucoelomates? Eucoelomates have two types, cytocoelom and pterocoelomes. We are what? Enterocoelomate. Enterocoelomate. Then symmetry. We have the presence of bilateral symmetry. Okay, you can divide my body into two equal half, right? From the center. So that is what? Bilateral. Then segmentation. Yes, we have segments present, but internally, where in our vertebral columns, right? So we have what? Internal segmentation present. So means these are the true segments, okay, which are present. Let's just start with this. The next thing, what is the characteristic feature of the chordates? So 4 different features which will be there, and this will be your question. First feature is what? Presence of a notochord. Why I am talking about the notochord first, I will tell you. Okay, so notochord is present. Where this notochord is present? So if you see over here, this orange color thing is what? It is what? A rough plan of the chordates. Okay, so it is what? This is the notochord present. Above this notochord, we can see that there is what? Nerve cord present. What is the difference between notochord and nerve cord? Notochord is what? It's a rod-like structure. Whereas nerve cord is what? Where the neuron will be present. Okay, where the neuron layers or neural tissue would be in the collective way present. Means in a group it is present. That is nerve cord. Okay, now this notochord, like imagine that this is your nerve cord where your neurons are there, and this is your notochord. So basically this is, if the notochord is like this present down, so what happened during the course of development? Okay, now if someone will ask you what that, does the notochord present in my body? I will say no. Why I will say no? Because the notochord was present when I was in the mother womb. Means when we were mother womb, this notochord was present. But then it changed. It changed into what? It changed into the vertebral column. So means what? The vertebral column which is present at the back of us, it is what? It is a notochord only. So means what happened if this notochord is present? Means imagine that this is the notochord, this is the nerve cord. So nerve cord required protection now. So what happened? It covers it like a vertebral columns. Okay, so it covers it like this whole thing. This nerve cord is covered by it or replaced later on by the vertebral column, which could be cartilaginous or it could be bony, depends upon the organism. So you remember that we have studied chondrocytes. So these okay, we haven't studied, sorry. We will study and we will understand that when this happens. Let's just see that. So the first thing is what? Presence of what? Dorsal hollow nerve cord. Okay, so dorsal hollow nerve cord is present, first thing. After that nerve cord, it is what? It will change into what? If it is a nerve cord, has a neuron, and we say that a vertebral column will be formed, right? I just told you I've explained you. In the vertebral column, what is present, beta? In the vertebral column, there is a presence of what? Spinal cord, which is the neurons. Okay, so this thing was, it changed into central nervous system, means brain and the spinal cord. Okay, this nerve cord will change into it. So present dorsally or above the notochord. So we have already seen it, notochord is below and it is above. Okay, now the next thing is presence of the notochord. Notochord is what? Solid rod-like elastic structures present ventral to the nerve cord. Ventral means below. So this is the dorsal side, this is the ventral side. On the ventral side it is present, later on it covers it completely. Okay, moving on, it at some stage of life cycle, chordates may present and it may be persistent throughout the life in certain of the chordates, we will learn it. Then it is replaced by cartilaginous or bony vertebral column. I have explained you this. Next is the presence of post-anal tail. Means after the anus, there is a presence of a tail-like structure. You will like, sir, we don't have a tail. Where the tail went? Actually, during the course of development, when we were embryo, there was tail-like structure present, but it is replaced. And the reason why it is not present in us, but the tail is present in the other organisms, so you can see that. Okay, so this is what at some stage of the life it is present and it help in what? Balancing. Next is the presence of paired pharyngeal gill slits. Where is pharynx present? You might have studied the digestive system in 10th class. What you have studied? We have mouth, then we have what? We have pharynx. Okay, and after pharynx it is what? Your wind pipe is there, sorry, food pipe is there, right? So that's pharynx. So means when I'm opening my mouth, so the thing that you are looking at the back after this structure, that is what? That is the pharynx part of it. Okay, call it oropharynx. Okay, we won't be going in deeper part of it. Just remember that the pharynx is there. Means it is present somewhere here, right? Okay, so what happens? Slits are present till that in certain organisms. These slits are what? The cuts on the body. So imagine that on my body certain paired, like 1, 2 here, so 2 on the other side also. So means this is a pairing of the slits present. These slits are what? Gill slits, because there will be gills present inside it. What is the role of gills if that would be present? That will help in the oxygenated blood, like deoxygenated blood to get the oxygenated. Okay, normally who is doing this in our body? Lungs are doing it. So do we have gill slits? No. Means the gill slits work would be similar to what the lungs work. Understood? So means during the embryonic phase it is present, means helping in the respiration, present on the lateral side. So I told you that this is the lateral side, this is my ventral side, this is my dorsal side. So this side would be what? This is my lateral side, right? So this thing you have to remember. Moving on, in addition to these, certain more factors are present, but these 4 will definitely be there, okay, in the course of their life cycle. Okay, now we don't see it. Now what we're gonna see? We're gonna see the replaced version of it. Okay, or like, but during the embryonic lifestyle, these things were present in me also, you also, everyone also, which are belonging to this phylum. Other than this, there is a heart which is present ventrally. You know, heart, we say that my heart is here. We never say that heart is here, right? So this is what? Ventral side of my body. Now you'll be like, sir, what is this ventral dorsal? Beta, go back to the first part 1 to understand what is dorsal ventral. Here I'm again telling you what? The side which is closer towards the sun. Okay, towards the sun, that is what called it ventral, so dorsal side. The side which is away from the sun, that is what the ventral side. So humans normally standing like this, we said the sun is coming like this, but not. Actually we were we were tetrapedal persons who walk on 4 feet. So sun will come directly on this side. So this part, this my back will be what? Dorsal. This is what? Ventral part of it. So ventrally my heart is present and it is muscular. So muscular tissue it is made up of, right? Cardiac muscles, you might have studied in 9th class, right? Then we have kidney present. Kidney's condition could be like, it could be pronephric, mesonephric or metanephric. This I have told you the advanced versions of it. Okay, that Once we go it, then the advanced version of kidneys are being formed. They help in excretion and osmoregulation. What is excretion, beta? To excrete out the nitrogenous base. We have studied about it before also. Osmoregulation is means osmolarity regulation in the body, means salt acid balance regulation is what also done by the kidney in the chordates. Okay, moving on to the next thing, that is what? That is we have the limbs or fins present. Okay, that help in what? Locomotions. Not in all, but majority of them. When I said this thing, this is a very important point to remember for you also, can come in your examination. Okay, moving on, then this is the major difference between chordates and non-chordates. We have already studied it. These are the things which you can easily understood it as a differentiation between the chordates and non-chordates, and becomes super important for you for your statement based questions in the NEET, or super important for your academic for the 11th class students. So you can go through it. It is just the repetitive work, so we are not gonna doing it, but I am giving you so that when the notes are there, you will read it again, because it's a super important topic. Understood? Let's just go into that and see that how we have divided this phylum further, and we have to study it in detail. Okay, so remember, when we were doing the plant kingdoms, we are studying it into the classer levels. So this also we will go further into the class level and how we divide it, on the what basis we divide it, because chordata are super important for us. For now, let's just see that phylum chordata is divided on the basis of two different things. Okay, so it is divided into subphylums. Okay, so Chordata is phylum, it divided into subphylum. Means normally what happened, there should be phylum and that should be the class comes. Before the class comes, we have a in between divisions, which tells us what? That 7 hierarchical categories which we have studied in chapter number 1. They are what? They are the important categories. Between them also there are further divisions on the basis of classifications. So it can even becomes what? A bigger understanding and a better way of the evolutionary relationship among the organisms. So if someone say that why we are making subcategories other than these 7, so the answer would be to make a better relationship phylogenetically. Phylogenetic means evolutionary among the organisms, which belongs to which organisms closer or far off. So now we have divided the phylum Chordata into 2 on the basis of presence of cranium or not. Means if this cranium is what? This is your brain box. If it is present in the organisms, we call it what? Craniata. Those which do not have, we call it acraniata. So crania, what is from the cranium? Cranium is what? Brain box. So there are what? Certain chordates which do not have brain box. There are certain which has that, so we call it what? Craniatas. They are also referred as protochordates and euchordate. You know that eu means true chordates, proto means primitive chordates. Okay, now the next thing is this acraniata is divided into 2 subphylum. This is nothing, this is the way of dividing. Okay, so don't take it this like this is something. No, this is the way of dividing it on the basis of. So subphylum is this. So I have made it this thing and then this thing is the level. This is the pointer to remember. That's why I'm writing it also with the capitals. Then the capital thing is coming, means this is dividing the 7 hierarchy thing. Okay, so here what happened? This is first subphylum is Urochordates, second is Cephalochordates. They both belongs to acraniata or protochordates. Okay, Euro word means tail. So here the notochord is present only in the tail of the larva. In adult, it is not even present. Means if the chordates do, if this organism, the adult one, we find it and we didn't found the notochord, we might have put them into what? Non-chordates, but then we studied its larva, which larva has notochord. Now the question comes that sir, if the larva has it, then don't we say that larva is more closely related to the chordates compared to its adult form? Yes, we will talk about it later on. Let's just see that. Then in the adults, the tail degenerates. If the tail itself is not present, means what? Notochord will become absent from them. Next comes to the cephalochordates. Cephalo word means head. It has a head-like specialization. So means head is being formed. Here the head is not present. Okay, so now the thing is what? Notochord extend from head to tail regions and persistent throughout the life. Very good, notochord is present in them. But we said that earlier when we are doing the characteristic of the chordates, we said that notochord get replaced. Here it don't. Okay, in cephalochords, notochord is persistent. Very important point. Then comes the vertebrae, which is what craniata have the brain box present. Their notochord is present during the embryonic origin, means during the mother womb it is present. But after that, what happened? It get replaced by the cartilaginous or the bony thing. Next thing which you will remember, that what kind of circulatory system present. Now what I tell that Eurochordates look something like non-chordates, means they will have certain non-chordic features more. What it is? That is open circulatory system, means their body has not been specialized having the blood vessels. So this thing is what? Open circulatory system, and this is a very important can come to you. These both has closed circulatory system, means proper blood vessels are present in them. Moving on to the next thing, the examples. The example of this is what? Ascidia, Herdmania. This example is what? Branchiostoma, which is also called as Amphioxus. It is also called as C. Lancelet. Okay, whereas vertebrates are further divided. Did I ever said that we reach to the human points? No, not yet. I said that okay, brain is there, so means we belongs to what? This part, because we have what? Brain box present. Now let's just see that what this subphylum Vertebrata is divided like, and that's how we have to study. So we will be studying about this, we will be studying about this, and then we will be studying about this. In this, how we will study further. So that is what over here. So here we're gonna be a little bit changing our direction for this now. How to do that? Okay, so if you see that subphylum Vertebrata, okay, the subphylum Vertebrata is, wait a second, rotate the page, rotate 90 degree, okay, for now. So if you see this subphylum Vertebrata, in this subphylum Vertebrata, what we are seeing, it is having two divisions. This is also not what class level. Remember now, we have kingdom Animalia, then it has phylum, then it has class, right? Still we are not talking about class over here. We are still talking in between things, means these are also not what? In between the phylum, sorry, subphylum and this level, because we have divided the phylum Chordata into subphylums, right? So Vertebrata is one such subphylum. So in this subphylum, we have two divisions, Craniata and Gnathostomes. This is the type on which we are dividing it. So A Gnatha is what? It is lacks the jaw. A means absent. Gnatha, what is for the jaw? So they don't have this jaw, not present. Whereas Gnathostomes, they are present. So we have jaw or not? We have. So where we would have been belonged? We would have been into the Gnathostomes. Let's just see that how we actually read to this part. This part is developed, but this part is not developed in them. Okay, so it lacks jaw. There are two classes which are present into that. One is ostracodermy, another is the cyclostoma. Ostra word wherever coming, it means bony. Okay, and just imagine that you are putting bone on your body. Think like that. What happened that it would be what? Weight. The bones has the maximum weight in your body. Think about them, these organisms, they have a lot of weight carriers. Okay, they are carrying the weight. They are heavy weight lifters, I call them. The example, these are extinct. Okay, we're gonna be just talking about them and why they got extinct when we will be studying about it. Then we will move forward. The example is Cephalopsis. Okay, then comes the cyclostoma. Cyclostoma is what? Still present in us. They are what? They are marine and they are parasitic. Means these are the vertebrates which are parasitic on the other organisms. Example, myxin and petromyxin. You have to remember the examples. Very important over here. Then comes what? Gnathostomes. Gnathostomes has two superclass. Before each of the class, there are further divisions. That is what? Pisces and tetrapods. And on what basis it is there? Whether they have fins present like fish, or whether they have limbs like this present. So if they have fins present, we have three categories or the three classes. If they're tetrapods, we have four classes in it. The three classes of the Pisces are what? Placodermi, chondrocytes, and osteocytes. This thing is extinct and it is the ancestor of the modern fish. Example to it, what? Clematis. Whereas chondrocytes and osteocytes, these are what? Cartilaginous fish and the bony fish respectively. We will learn about them in detail. Whereas tetrapods means they have four limbs present or two pairs of limbs present, means four limbs and my legs are the hind limbs. Okay, what are their level of classes which are present over here? Number one is amphibia, number two is the reptilia, number three is the apes, and number four is the mammals. We belongs to mammals. Till here we have to study. Okay, so what we will be studying? So we would be studying about the subphylum. First, we're going to be studying about the Chordates. After that, we're going to be studying about the Cephalochordates, and then we will rush towards the vertebrates. In vertebrates, we're going to be studying the classes. Number one classes that will be in detail is cyclostoma, because the extinct one we are not studying. What is the point of studying them at your level? Okay, so first we're going to be studying cyclostoma. Then we're going to be studying about the chondrocytes, osteocytes, and then we're going to be studying about the amphibia, reptilia, apes, and mammals. That's it. Moving on to the next, back to the normal. Okay, so this is the one. Now let's come the subphylum, subchordates, as we have talked that we're going to be studying about it. So when we are studying about it, euro means tail, chordate means notochord, means the tail is present in the, notochord is present in the tail. Who? Larva only. Adult don't have, because adult don't have the tail itself, means when they change the tail goes. How I will remember it? You have seen the tadpole. Tadpole is the larva of frog. Tadpole lives in the water. It swims because it has a tail present. But do the frog has tail? No sir, frog don't have tail. Same thing over here, they also change themselves, okay, but they don't have the tail present in them. Understood? Let's just start with it. Next thing is habitat. They are what? They are exclusively marine organisms, means you won't get it in the fresh water. They're exclusively marine aquatic organisms. Next thing is that notochord is present in the tail of the larva only. Adult is without tail and notochord, because tail degenerates over the metamorphosis. Okay, then body is covered by the leathery covering. So everyone see the leather, that is called as test or tunic. So leathery covering is called as what? Test or tunic. So imagine that this cloth is what? Leathery. So like these days we Gen Z kids, if you have seen that there is a leather kind of a jackets and the pants also people wear. So imagine that that organism is what? All leathery kind of that. So I will remember it like that. And these test or tunic which is we are present, they are made up of cellulose like organic material. And because this tunic is present, tunic is what? It's a, like, you know, like the girls wear what? That tunic over the shirts and all in the school, if you might have seen. So that's why, since they are appear like this tunic like of appearance, because this is what how the tunic look like. See this is herdmania, which is belonging to the Chordates. So we call them what? Tunicata. Tunicata means tunic bearer. Eta means bearer. Okay, so they are there. Now first thing is what? This is herdmania which I have made over here. Now this is what? Sessile organisms. Ayo, what? They can't even move? But sir, you said that only the porifera would be sessile. Yes, that whole phylum is sessile, but here this subphylum is also what? It is sessile over here. But chordates are not sessile. Okay, then comes what? This herdmania. So it is sessile, it can't move. It has this tunic which is called as test, which is protection and respiration. This is very important. What is the function of tunic or test? Protection. Of course, leather will do what? Protection. We get the leathers from what? From the animals like crocodile and what? Means their body is highly protected because of it. So they will also be protected. They have what? This is the adult form. It has this brachial aperture and atrial aperture for the respiration purpose. Dorsal ganglia means representing what? It is representing the nervous system. Now you will like, sir, ganglia. Ganglia is what? Tuft of neurons present together. which is what very primitive kind of a thing. Yes, they have a primitive brain or the nervous system present. Okay, so this thing is there. Moving on to the body functions. Digestion, they have complete digestive system, but they're the filter feeders. Okay, then respiration is by the gill slits or the tunic. You know that gill slits. Why I'm saying that? Because they are what? They are chordates. Okay, chordates have a characteristic feature of gill slits. Later on, they are what? Tunics present or tests present. Circulation, they have open circulatory system, which is a super important point which you have to remember on all the cost. Okay, then blood contains a green corpus. Corpus is what cell called as vandigocytes, and it lacks. Herd mania do not have that also, but other of its members have. Then excretion is by the neural gland. So it is a glandular, means you know that small ganglia that is present, that through that it removes it. Okay, then the nervous system. In the larva, the nervous system has nerve cord present. It has nerve cord present, which is what it is an advanced feature. But in adult, they are only represented by two ganglia, which is what a recessive feature. Because ganglia, which we were studying, what we were studying in the initial phases, in the platyhelminthes, we have studied about the tufts of ganglia, right? So larva becomes what more advanced. Reproduction, they are what hermaphrodite, means monoecious is there, but fertilization takes place in the external environment, but cross fertilizations takes place in them. Development is what indirect. They have a larva called as Ascidian tadpole, means the larva is movable also. So now you understand that we can't say that this is the sessile one present, because it's the larval stage which is moving, right? So there what larva is more advanced. I can feel it because it has the nerve cord, it has the notochord, it has the locomotory structure also, tail present, but the adult not have that. So it is what it changed into something bad, which happens with a lot of students. Students come in after 10th class with a good marks into 12th or 11th class, but in 11th they are not able to understand physics and chemistry. Tell me in the comment section how many of you are struggling with physics and chemistry, and I will help you out with that also, because we are planning something for that as well. But that you have to let me know in the comment sections as early as you will. Don't think that if you're watching this video 1 month or 2 months after this, you can't put it on the comment section, because we read the comments very sincerely. Okay, moving on, then it is what retrogressive metamorphosis. This term you will remember it. What it is a change of more advanced larva to the less developed adult. So larva has what? Tail present, I told you, notochord present, nerve cord present. Adult lost all of them. Now let's remember the examples of it. First is the herd mania, which is called a sea squirt. Then we have Ascidia has diplosole. What is diplosole? It is what? It is an infolding of the intestine. It will slow down the movement of food. It get more time to digest and absorption. It also increase the absorption cycle. So it is like about a microvilli. Remember it like that. Okay. Then pyrosome, sulfa, mogulia, occopleura. So these are there. But Ascidia and sulfa, you will remember it because that is given in NCERT also, herd mania also. Okay, so this is all about Urochordates. Let's just start with the next one subphylum, that is Cephalochordates. Okay, so next is the Cephalochordates. Cephalo means head-like structure. So if you see that this is what head-like of thing. On both sides, it is what little similar. So that is why we call it what Lancelet. Lancelet is what, if you have remember that this kind of arrow kind of a thing which people used in the wards to attack. Like this, so it's like a big thing, big, and they follow it. Like what Neeraj Chopra use it is what a kind of a lancelet. Okay, so this is it. Next come what? Next come that notochord exists from head to tail region throughout their life. Now, if you see that this look similar to what we have made the chordate basic structure. Can you see this? If you remember that this we have studied, similar like this it looks like, right? And if you see that this is what it is, had what? Nerve cord, notochord, this the gill slits. Okay, these all things are present in their body. That's why cephalochordates are called as best blueprint of the phylum Chordata, because it shows all the feature preserved for that. So we used to call it what? These phylum are the best representative or the blueprint of the phylum Chordata, because all the basic feature characteristics are present in the adults of them. Okay, now unpaired fins are present, which call it dorsal fin, ventral fin, and the caudal fin. Okay, paired fins are absent, that is pectoral and the pelvic fins. Just remember it, unpaired fins are present. Three unpaired fins are there, and paired fins are two different types. Unpaired are not present, unpaired are present. So we will remember the name. What are there? Dorsal, ventral, easy thing, and the caudal. Caudal is the tail fin. Ventral is the anus fin. Okay, anal fin. We will learn it about it with time. Okay, just read it again and again, you will get it. Okay, then comes the body functions: digestion, complete digestive system. Mid-gut diverticulum is there. What is mid-gut diverticulum? This, if you see that, this is a gut. Okay, this is what extra structure, this is what it releases the enzymes. So we see that first time certain enzymatic digestion is being seen in their cases. So they are filter feeders only. Then comes the respiration. The respiration is what? By the gill slits. How many gill slits are present? Gill slits are there, but they do not have the gills present through it. Now question is that if gills are not present, then how they will respire and how they will change the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood? It is by through the skin, journal body surface. Okay, so next thing is circulation. This closed type, blood is colorless and their heart is absent, not present in them. Then comes the excretion. They were the protonephridia. This is an important thing. It is what? Protonephridia is what? Something comes from nephridia. Nephridia proto means primitive to it. Primitive to nephridia is what? Flame cells, which is also called as solenoids. So they are what? Lot of flame cells comes together and form this protonephridia kind of a thing, which is primitive to the nephridia. Where we have studied nephridia, tell me in the comment section which phylum it belongs to. Okay. Then comes the nerve system. Nervous cord is present. Nerve cord is present. Then reproduction, mostly they are dioecious. Sexual dimorphism is absent, means you can't tell that which is male, which is female of it. Then fertilization is from the external morphology, of course. External fertilization in the sea water. Direct development takes place. Okay, sorry, not in the sea water. They takes place. Okay. Example, sorry, in the seawater, yeah. The example is Brachystroma, which is called as Amphioxus. Sea lancet, body is pointed on the both the side like a lens or sphere. Okay, which I have already explained you, right? Then comes the subphylum Vertebrata. In subphylum Vertebrata, we have divided into what? Aganatha and Gnathostomes. Aganatha means jaws are not present. Jaws are present in the Gnathostomes. Aganathostomes, so or the Aganatha has what? Ostracodermy and cyclostomes, which I told this is extinct, not in our NCERT syllabus, but this is there in the NCERT syllabus because which is still present in this world. We will study about them. Then the Gnathostomes, they are what? They are the advanced versions. They have Pisces and tetrapods, two superclasses. Then come the classes. We have studied about it. Go remember, write it again. Okay, now the major question is, first to go beyond to it, that sir, how we will remember this? Read again and write more. Write the chronology, write the paths, put the examples on your on your study table so you can face it every day and see it every day. Okay, so these things which I am making, you can take a print out of it and paste it up. Okay, then come the class 1 ostracodermy. Okay, ostraco word means bone, dermy means skin. We have already studied this derma word, right, in the echinodermata, right? Then outer skin is covered by the bony plates, which is helping for the protection. God thinks about, nature thinks about them to protect them. But think about it, someone having a bones all its body. Bone has what? High weight. This weight, would them let them move faster? No. If I put a lot of bag on your body, you can't move faster. You will walk slowly, right? So what will happen? They can't move faster, which will leads to what? That when they need a strong movement, okay, like for example, if the prey is there, want to eat it, they have to move faster and change their direction, but they're not able to change it. Okay, so now even if you, when you runs, you want to make sure to escape someone, what you will do? You will keep on changing the direction fast, so that the person who is running behind can't even check it up, right? So this thing is there, they are not able to do that, so they becomes what? Extinct, also called as fossil aganatha. Okay, example is Cephalopsis, right? Then comes the second class of this aganatha, that is what? Cyclostomes. Okay, now the cyclostomes are what? All the members belonging to this class are ectoparasites on the fishes. Ectoparasites on the fishes means what? That they are present on the fishes, on the body of the fish, and lives there, eat there, feed through the host. Okay, mouth is suctorial, circle means it, of course it would be suctorial, that's why it's gonna be put itself over here, right? Then the scales are absent on them, no scales are present, there's smooth bodies there, right? Then comes the unpaired fins are present, paired fins are absent in them also. Unpaired fins, what are they? 3 fins, tell me. Dorsal fin, ventral fin, caudal fin. Okay, next the notochord is replaced by the cartilaginous vertebral column in adult and persistent throughout the life. Means cartilaginous notochord will be there and it is present also. Body functions. So complete digestive system is there, has stiplosole. What does stiplosole do? Increase the surface area for the reabsorption and slow down the movement of food. Then respiration is through 6 to 15 pairs of gill slits. Very important, can be asked to you. Then circulation is the heart is 2 chambered. What are the 2 chambers? Auricle and the ventricle. Last one, the heart was not present. Okay, excretion is what? Ammonotelic, ammonia is released. Then like always remember that in the marine organisms it will always, or the most of the time it will be what? It will be ammonotelic. Always remember it. Okay, because for ammonia to release, more amount of water is needed. Aquatic animals also have ammonia present. Okay, ammonotelic kind of urine is present, but we can't. In us, urea is present. Used to know, like we have urea because we can't release that much of water because we remember in the terrestrial environment where water is not there. Little bit you will remember it, how to remember that, which will be ammonotelic, which will be ureotelic, and what is the urictelic. That is the lowest one. We will learn it over the period of time. Okay, when the kidney chapter will come, we will further understand this concept. Okay, then comes the kidneys are present in larva. They are pronephric, in adult mesonephric. Means adult are what? Advanced, right? Then comes the nervous system. Cranial nerves, 8 pairs or 10 pairs could be present in them. Example is petromyxin, which is called as sea lamprey, and the myxin, which is called hagfish or slimy eel. These two, how they are different, we have to study. So petromyxin and the myxin, remember that. The myxin is simpler one. It remains always its life myxin in the marine. So myxin marine means throughout the life in the marine. Petromyxin, it is what? It is not just telling about M. It is not starting with the M. Means it will live certain life stage in his life, in its life. It will be in the marine water, certain in the river water. Now what happened? The baby petromyxin, it forms inside the river water because the egg will be laid, or babies would be formed inside it. Okay, the baby will swim throughout the river and reach, and river reaches where? River always reaches to the ocean. So they will reach to the ocean and get adult. Now as they get adult over there, what will happen? That when they will adult, they will like, you know, like when like you all came for here study, like for example, a lot of students coming away from their home. So you are what? You reach somewhere here, you learned it, you learned about the world and everything. And then you feel like, okay, I miss my home. I want to go home. So you go home. So where is your home? In the river. But what is the problem? If you know, if you've been to any ocean or if you have heard of it, you know that the ocean and sea is what? Salty. High salt condition is there. Whereas the river is what? River is sweet water. It don't have that much of salt condition, right? It has salt, but not that much, right? So we call it no salt, for example. Okay. So think, first you were eating a saltless diet. You are living in that area. You reaches to the marine and you got salt. Now you are going back. Okay, adults are going back, right? To the river where the salt is not there. Now think that, do you like the food without the salt now? No, because you got the taste, right? I'm explaining you this thing. This is not the real concept, but remember it like that. So you don't get the taste. And what will happen? If the taste is not there, you will die, right? This happens with them. But before die, what would be the function of these organs? Their function would be to reproduce. So they said that, okay, we are about to die. Let's just reproduce and save our species. And they reproduced and the baby forms. Story again starts. The baby is in the fresh water. It moves again to the salt water, that is into the sea. And over there it again misses its home, comebacks, and the story keeps on happening. This kind of migration back to the sea, from this to the This is called as what? It called as this kind of migratory habit is seen in the metromyxin, and we have the name for it. What is the name for it? We will learn it, but let's just see that what is the difference between the each of that. If you see that petromyxin, it has both paired and pineal eye function. Here only the pineal eye is function. Here the internal ear, okay, this you don't need, leave it. Then there can 10 cranial nerves, 8 cranial nerves. That's why we say that 8 or 10 cranial nerves would be there. Then brain is better developed, brain is poorly developed in their case. 7 pair of gill slits are present. 1 external gill slit leads to 6 to 15 pair of internal slits, which we have said earlier is present in them. Then the reproductions. In petromyxin, they are what? Fresh in marine water, because their lifestyle is like this. They are in the marine water. I have explained you. Then comes what? Petromyxin is dioecious. It is monoecious as the only vertebrate which is monoecious. Very important thing. It is dioecious, male and female will be different body. Then enderminus migration. Enderminus migration means that adult will move back. Endra, A means adult. Adult will move. Where adult will move? Where adult is being formed? It is in the marine. So from marine again to the freshwater, that is enderminus migration. And later on, when the larva formed and reaches to the sea again, it is called as catamedrous migration. But migratory activity is not seen in case of myxin. Then fertilization takes place in the fresh water. It is a cross and external, outside. It's not inside the body of the female. Whereas fertilization takes place in the sea water. It is cross and it is external. Okay, then indirect development is there, amniocyte is there, so it is there, whereas direct development is there in this case. That's it. Okay, so I hope this is understood. This is a very important point. You should remember about it. Read it and remember it, and let me know in the comment section whether you understood it or not. I will try to make a short out of it super soon. Okay, moving on to the next thing, that is our first Aganatha is over. Cephalochordates. Sorry, cephalochordates not. Cyclostomes and the ostracodermy is there. Next come is what? Next come the Pisces. In Pisces, we said that what? Like this is what? Gnathostomes. Gnathostomes is 2 Pisces and the tetrapods. Pisces, we're going to be completing it. After that, we don't have a time because we're going to keeping this video for 1 hour only. The next part, that is what? Your tetrapods, we're going to be completing in the next video. Let's just start with it. Pisces is what? Study of Pisces is called as ethylology. Both paired and unpaired fins are present. Earlier it was paired fins were not present. Then scales are present on their body. Earlier the scales were not present on their body. Kidney is mesonephric, means it is more advanced. Okay. Then 10 pairs of cranial nerves are there. Then we have heart is only 2 chambered. Then urinary bladder is absent in the fishes. Lateral line sensory system is present in the fishes, which detect the change in the water current. Okay, that's how they are able to, like, okay, something drop in the water, they will move and eat it. Okay, so of course, if someone is moving also, that will release what? Currents, right? So they can detect it with the help of lateral line sensory system. The first is chondrocytes. Like, of course, placodermy is also there, but it is extinct, so we're not gonna be talking about it. We're gonna be talking about what classes? Chondrocytes and the class ostracodermy. Chondrovert. Chondrovert is coming from the cartilage. It includes cartilaginous fishes, that is what? Shark, rays and skates. Study of them is known as torpedology. One such shark and its external features we're going to be studying over here. So what it is? So external features would be like, if you see that they have what? They have an eye, right? Over here there is what? Nostrils also present. Then there is what? There is a laryngeal glands are present. Ampulla of larynga presents. Okay. What it does, we will learn later. Moving on, there is what? There is a gills present. Paired gill slits are there. One on one side, one is on the other side. Means on this side also there will be. There are what? There are fins present. 2 different types of fins are there. Paired and unpaired. If I want to show you the unpaired ones. Okay. Unpaired is what? This is what? Caudal fin, which is called as tail fin. It has 2 parts, epicaudal fin and the hypocaudal fin. Epi means upper, hypo means below. Okay, they are both unsymmetrical. Can you see that they are not looking equally same? Then we have what? We have a dorsal fin. We have a ventral fin. And these dorsal fin or the ventral fin which is there, it is also called as anal fin. It is also called as what? Oh, it's a dorsal fin only. Okay, ventral fin is the anal fin and this caudal fin is called as tail fin. Now I told you what? Paired fins will be there. So paired will be what? Pectoral fins means two. Two will be the pelvic fin. Pelvic means what? Lower. So lower area is what? This area, right? So this is what? Pelvic fins present over here. On this pelvic fin, there is a structure. This red color rod-like structure is there. That is what? Clasper. It is what? Copulatory organs. Means this copulatory organ will be inserted inside the female vagina or the gonadal tracts. Meanwhile, over here, if you see, these two fins are the pectoral fins. So pectorals are this area, shoulder blade like area, that is called as pectoral girdle also over here, which is present over here. We will learn it in the human, then you will understand. But here you will remember is pectoral above, pelvic down. So this will be the pelvic fins, pectoral fins. Then on its body, there is a what? Lateral sensory line present, which is what? It detects the change in the water current. So if any organism is coming closer like this, so it will form certain waves and that will change, like waves will be there. That waves will be detected by what? Detected by them. Okay. Now here comes, let's just, it is all, everything is written and we're going to be explaining it up. Okay, so quickly we see the head bears what? Mouth. This is important that it is ventrally present, because in the osteocyte, which is the next one, it is terminally present. Okay, so it is ventrally present. So see over here, on the downside it is present, not on this side. Okay, so this is the lower angle of that fish we are taking a pic from. And it has teeth. These are what? Teeth are actually that on their body certain scales are present, called as what? Placoid states or scales. Those placoid scales, they were what? Invertly, like imagine that this is the scale. Okay, so scale everywhere. So at the teeth are what? Teeth are modified this towards inside like this. Okay, so imagine it that this kind of like scales are like this, but they change into teeth and they're backwardly. Okay. And what is the use of it? It is not helping in mastication. Okay, it help in capturing the prey. So means they will do what? Imagine that something, teeth are like this. So it will do what? So imagine this is the teeth and this is the prey. So it will do what? It will hold it like this, because tree are, and it won't let it go out. I hope you understood this thing. So this is what it do. Eyes are there, 2 in number, dorsally present. Nostrils are present, 2 in number, ventrally present. Ampullary pores are present. These are what? These sense the change in the temperature of the water. Okay, next is the gill slits, 5 pairs without covers, means without any operculum, means outside covering is not there, any flaps are not there, except Chimaria, which has it. Okay, Chimaria is very important. Later on we will understand why. Then lateral line sensory system is present. I told you that, which has what? It has a neuromast organs, which is what? Rheoreceptors, which see the change in the water current. Okay, and will help in whether the food is coming closer or not. I told you this story, right? Then fins, paired, unpaired. Paired fins are pectoral fins, pelvic fins. Unpaired are dorsal, ventral, and caudal fin. Caudal fins of two types: epicaudal, hypocaudal. Okay, skeleton. It has exoskeleton made up of placoid scales, backwardly directed. Okay, endoskeleton is cartilaginous. Then we have body function, digestion, complete digestive system is there. Mouth has teeth. Teeth are homodont, means all are same looking like this, pointy, and polyphyphodonts means multiple times they broke and they again grows up. We have what? Diphodont, because we have milk teeth and the permanent teeth, right? Then you were like, sir, don't explain this so much, you are a dentist, we know that, but still I have to tell you once, right? So next thing is teeth are not for the mastication. I have already told. Cloaca is present in their body. Cloaca is what? Cloaca is a organ which has opening for the your urine, genital, and the anus. Okay, so 3 openings are there in that gland. So that is cloaca. Cloaca is absent in the bony fishes, means in the osteocytes it is not present. Moving on to the respiration, it has 5 pairs of gill slits. Air bladder is absent in them, and if the air bladder is not there, means if they stopped, they will sink because of the weight. Okay, they don't have buoyancy, so they have to continuously swim so that they can avoid sinking. Okay, so this thing is there. Then comes circulation. It has 2-chambered heart. Single circulation takes place, and it is a venous heart because deoxygenated blood is pumping into it. So it is what? This is auricle and ventricle. 2 accessory chambers are there, called as sinus venosus, conus arteriosus. Sinus venosus is present up here. What? In the sinus venosus, deoxygenated blood enters. It goes through it, single circulation, and from the conus arteriosus goes out to the gills, where it get oxygenated. So you understand the importance of gills over here, and it from that gills directly go to the body organ. Body will release what? Deoxygenated blood. this process. Okay, excretion, ureotelic. Urea is the nitrogenous base. Mesonephric kidneys are there. Then comes the this is the first which has the urea as the nitrogenous base. Okay, nervous system, 10 pairs of cranial nerve is present. Sensory glands, lateral line system is present. Ampullary organs of loinceurs are present. Reproduction, they are dioecious. Sexual dimorphism is present because on the pelvic fin there is a clasper present. Okay, fertilization is internal. There are viviparous, give birth to directly young ones. Some are oviviviparous. Ovi means in their body egg is formed. Inside egg the baby will grow, but at the time of birth the egg will break and the baby comes out. So this also happens in them, which occurs in the case of shark. So we call it mermaid purse in that. Okay, that development is direct. There is no indirect stage. These are the examples to it, which is given in NCERT also. So you have to remember it. What is that? Slycodon, that is dogfish. Pristius is sawfish. It has what? A saw kind of structure as a nostril. Okay, then torpedo is what? Electric ray. Targon is what? Stingray, which diagram is also on the our what we say thumbnail also. Then we have Carcharodon, that is a great white shark. Okay, then we have Chimaria. Chimaria is what? It is a ghost fish, or why it is called as ghost fish, why it's called as king of herrings, because it is a fossil kind of a thing. It has what? It has a connecting link between the bony fish and the cartilaginous fish. So you have to remember this thing, which it will come in the evolution in 12th class. So here I am telling what is connecting link. Connecting link means those kind of organisms which has the features of two different groups. Okay, so this is what Chimaria is, the connecting link between cartilaginous fish and the bony fish, but less features of bony fish, more features of the cartilaginous fish. That's why it is put into the cartilaginous category. Okay, moving on to the next class of the pisces, that is osteocytes. That is what? They are all aquatic, all sort of marine, brackish water, fresh water, everywhere it is present. Okay, skeleton is endoskeleton is made up of bones. Exoskeleton has a scales. These are the different types of scales, but NCERT says only two types of scales are ctenoid and cycloid, these scales, but their body has different types of scales present. Now this is one such morphology of it. If you see that mouth is what? This level, which is what? It is what? It is a terminal mouth. It is not like over here, not the ventral side. It is a terminal mouth over here. These things are there. So if you see that this is a basic morphology over there, mouth is there, eyes is there. In the mouth, the teeth are not modified scales. Okay, they are just teeth. Nostrils are two dorsal. Ampullary pore is absent in their case, so they can't detect the temperature variations. Okay, then they have what? Lateral sensory system present. Gills are present, which have operculum present also. Okay, so this thing, just remember it. Then fins, same thing over there. Just remember that they have what? Pelvic fins. They have pectoral fins. In the pelvic fins, no clasper present. Clasper is what? Copulatory organs, which is not present, which is absent, means they don't have sexual dimorphism also present. Means male and female, you can't tell it from the outside who it is. Okay, then digestion. Cloaca is absent in their case, means they have a separate opening for anus and urogenital ducts. Then respiration is by the gills, 4 pair of gills, and there could be lungs also. So there are gill fishes, there are lung fishes also. Circulation is, heart is 2-chambered or 3-chambered. 2-chambered in the gill fishes. Okay, because in that what will happen? You know that gills is doing what? Oxygenation of the blood. So they are doing a 2-chambered heart. But 3-chambered heart is also present in some of the fishes which has lungs present in them. And if the lungs are present in them, we know what? There would be what? 3-chambered heart present, because lungs will help in making it oxygenated. Okay, then comes there is what? Oxygenated blood comes deoxygenated. We will learn it, don't worry. Okay, then comes the excretion. It is amonotelic, mesonephric kidneys. Nervous system, 10 cranial nerves. Sensory system, ampullary lorenza is absent, but the lateral line is still present in them. Reproduction, they are dioecious. Sexual morphism is absent. Fertilization is external. Oviparous, development is direct, and oviparous means they lay eggs. Okay, and development is direct except iguana, which is a eel. Then these are the examples given in NCERT. We have to remember all of them. First, marine example, freshwater example, and aquarium examples. In the marine example, first one is exocetus. Exo means outside, cetus means flying. So these are what? Flying fish coming outside of the water and fly, because its pectoral fins are very big in size, which help them take a jump up to 6 feet. Okay, then hypo, and then glide over the and then go down. Okay, then hippocampus. Hippocampus is seahorse. Here male is having the brood pouch. So here in the male we see the sexual dimorphism. Normally we are not seeing the sexual dimorphism, but in their seahorse case we can see the sexual dimorphism because it has a brood pouch. Brood pouch is what? Brood is what? Breeding pouch. Okay, breeding pouch is like the, you know, everyone know that Doraemon. So it's like a pocket of Doraemon, which is what? Containing the babies which will grow over there. Female just lay the eggs. Okay, then salmon is there, which is the eating. Then hilsa is that for the eating. Okay, then we have freshwater. We have lebu called as rohu commonly. Katla is called as katla. Then claris is magur. These are the edible carps, so you can eat them. Normally people eat them. Then we have Gamusa. Gamusa is not written as NCRT in 11th class, but this example is given in 12th class. But if someone asks you in the 12th class that which class it belongs to, so you know that it belongs to what? It belongs to osteocytes. Okay, then Gamusa is the example of freshwater ones. You will learn this. This will come again. Okay, then aquarium, where we put it in aquarium, that we have betta, that is a flying fish, or the petrophyllum, which is the angelfish, which looks beautiful. Okay, that is all about this part. Okay, and the next thing we're gonna be doing it is the tetrapods in the next video. If you like this video, give it a like, share it with your friends, because this chapter is a lot to process and we want to do it all good. Read it again and again, get the tips, comment it down in the comment section what problems you are facing. I try to make it as easy as possible. See the pictures of these fishes, you will remember it's much better way. And for the notes, you can in the descriptions, links are there for the notes. My WhatsApp link is there, WhatsApp channel name or the group name is link is there, whereas Telegram links is also in the descriptions where you can find these notes. And that's all for this video. Thank you.